I opened my eyes and realized that I was alone in a dark room. I didn't remember where I was or how I got here. I only felt a pain in my head and a dryness in my throat. I tried to get up from the bed, but my body was heavy like lead. I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't figure out what. I started to examine the room. It was a small room with no window, no door, no picture or object on the walls. The only furniture was the bed I was lying on. Next to the bed, there was a bottle of water and a plate of food. The food was stale bread and cheese. The water was cloudy and dirty, but the only source of light in the room was a small bulb. In the middle of the ceiling, the bulb was giving a weak and flickering light. It prevented me from seeing the room. Maybe there was a way out, but I couldn't see it. I got up to check the room, but I fell to the ground. My legs were not working. Suddenly, I heard a sound from behind the wall, a thin, sharp, high-pitched sound. It was like a child's or a woman's scream, but it was very distant and muffled. The sound lasted for a few seconds, then stopped. Then I heard another sound, a deeper, more terrifying, more chilling sound. It was like my heart started to beat fast. I was shaking with fear. What were those sounds? Who or what had brought me here? What was I supposed to do? The only thing that came to my mind was to ask for help. But who would hear me? Maybe the owner of those sounds was waiting for me to make a noise. Maybe. I started to cry silently. There was no hope. There was no escape. There was no life. There was only darkness, loneliness, and fear. And those sounds, those horrible sounds, they would bring my end. They were my nightmare. After those sounds, there was a long silence. It was as if time had stopped. I had hidden under the bed. Maybe it couldn't see me. Maybe it had forgotten me. But I had no hope at all. I was just waiting for death. Suddenly, I heard a noise from behind the wall. It was as if something was breaking the wall. Then a big hole opened in the wall, and a horrible creature entered through that hole. The creature looked like a human, but much bigger and hairier. It had sharp teeth, claws, and red eyes. It had no clot. I froze with fear. There was nowhere to run. There was nowhere to hide. I had no strength to fight. The creature slowly approached me. With every step, the floor shook. With every breath, a bad smell came from its mouth. With every look, there was death. It saw me and smiled. That smile was a smile I would never forget. That smile told me that it would make me suffer. That smile told me that it would show me no mercy. That smile told me that my end had come. The creature reached out its hand and grabbed me. It pulled me from the bed and lifted me in the air. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I tried to escape, but I couldn't move. I tried to live, but I had no choice but to die. The creature brought me closer to its face and looked at me and spoke. Yes, it spoke, but I couldn't understand because it was not human language. But I guessed what it said from its tone. It told me why I was here. It told me what it would do. It told me how I would die. And then it showed its teeth and bit me. And I fainted from pain and died.